Have you noticed the annoying, troubling trend in Hollywood where almost all the protagonist women are Mary Sues? They can't do wrong, they can't be wrong. Every decision, every thought, every word, every action is perfect, even when they do things that should show them as a bit of a jerk. I blame this on Hollywood's confused notion of what makes a strong woman. Their definition of a strong woman is a perfect masculine-ish woman, and I'm like, what? Before I go any further, let me say this. I have no problem with superhero ladies or women characters who fight both men and women and win. I myself am not a girly girl. I love playing family tackle football. I play it hard. I fight for every inch, and I expect you to tackle me with everything you got. I am not afraid of physical pain. I love throwing the football. Makeup isn't my thing. I don't like high heels, and I consistently wonder why skirts and dresses aren't more comfortable. I am extremely competitive. Second place isn't good enough. But I like getting my nails done. I do care about my appearance. I enjoyed getting my makeup and hair done on my wedding day. I want children. I may not be a girly girl, but I am feminine, and I wish more of these hero ladies were the same. Now, onto the Hollywood definition of a strong woman. Number 1. Hollywood has decided that strong women are not, in fact, feminine. To be a strong woman, you must be more masculine. You must be more like a man. You must act like, think like, walk like, carry yourself like, dress more like, heaven forbid you wear anything pink or purple, and be more physically like a man to be strong. This would, to me, seems like a very bad lesson, but this is, generally speaking, what we see on the Hollywood screen. Heaven forbid that these strong women, they like to wear dresses, they like to wear makeup, they like to sit around and talk about boys, they like to sit around and talk about what deals they found at the mall, what clothes that they bought, and what new makeup they found that they really liked. Heaven forbid that they do any of those things, because that's not strong. And that is the lesson that is being pushed on to us. They have decided that strong women cannot and should not be feminine. Number 2, Hollywood has decided that strong women do no wrong, even though they are sometimes the biggest jerk on the screen. Heaven forbid that they have to apologize to anyone, because to apologize, to do something wrong, is to be weak. The strong women that Hollywood has tend to be combative when they do not need to be, and sometimes when they should not be. Belle in the 2017 Beauty and the Beast movie was combative and confrontational when she did not need to be, and definitely when it was the most stupid to be, because she was trying to escape at the time, and she was begging for the Beast to walk in on her, trying to escape, and put her in a room with no windows. That is not strong, that is weak, because she let the Beast get to her emotions. They are snarky sometimes. They mock those who disagree with them and have no respect for anyone who does not praise their talents. And by doing so, they become the people that I cannot respect. Lots of these times, these are the type of things that some of those strong women in Hollywood do. And it's portrayed as being strong, because to them, being strong means that you confront and you have to display your dominance on every person who may disagree with you. These strong women cannot be portrayed as doing anything morally wrong, even when they do, and then we're taught that being this way, acting like a jerk, is the definition of being strong. Number 3, Hollywood writes the strong woman as someone who is easily offended, sensitive in all the wrong areas, offended that someone may not like their idea and perceive that its agreement to be an inherent vote of no confidence. And then someone might say something slightly rude, like, "Your mother wears army boots," and they act like someone killed their puppy. It's ridiculous. Hollywood writes that strong women are swayed by their emotions, swayed by their knee-jerk reactions to whatever the person around them said. They cannot handle a criticism. They cannot handle a challenge. You are not strong if you cannot handle a challenge or a criticism. Someone may be actually looking out for you by giving you a piece of criticism so you might better yourself in that type of situation. You are not strengthened if you surround yourself with yes men. If you surround yourself with people who throw adoration your way, anytime you exhale, you will easily become weak. Your emotions should not dictate what you do all the time. Number 4, Hollywood has decided strong women do not fail. Do not fail in any type of way, because to fail is to be weak. But perfection means that you are not human. So neither are these strong women. The strong women in these Hollywood films may not always fit the previous two, but if they don't, they will often fall into this one. Rey, for example, is a perfect, strong woman. She could beat Kylo Ren at a lightsaber duel even though she had never picked one up before. She had no idea how to use one. And Kylo Ren had been trained all his life. And Kylo Ren may have been injured, but he should have easily beat Rey. Rey could somehow fix and fly the Millennium Falcon with expertise, even though she's never fixed that type of ship before, and she's never even flown that type of ship before. She's not flown any type of ship. But she did this with such ease that no one can relate to her as a human being because she did this without even trying. To fail is not to be weak. To fail and to try again and to keep going is the sign of strength. Number 5. Hollywood has decided that strong women do not have any longings, hopes, or dreams beyond an angry, almost vengeful desire to show the world how amazing they are. It is not a good desire, and it's not a good dream to try to display your dominance over everyone. It's not strength to try to beat everybody else down so you can be the cream of the crop. So you can get the spot that you believe that you deserve at the tippy top where you are socially, economically speaking, way better than anyone else. When Age of Ultron came out and when Black Widow had the audacity to have a dream or a longing to have children, but she couldn't anymore. I don't understand why people thought this was so bad. Black Widow is a great warrior. She's super talented, she can fight, so I don't understand why it was such a bad thing for her to want to have a child, for her to want to have a family. That is a normal type of longing for men and women, but especially in women. It is not a sign of weakness to want children, to enjoy certain things that most girls enjoy. No one can relate to a strong woman who does not have any type of normal longings, hopes, or dreams. Because every human being has those three things. It is not weak to have those things. It makes you human. It makes you normal. It makes you relatable. Some have different types of longings, some have different types of hopes, some have different types of dreams, but everybody has some form of those. To be vulnerable is not to be weak. Number 6. Hollywood's definition of true strength is skewed. True strength is not about being physically impressive. True strength is not necessarily being in a seat of power. True strength is character. True strength is when someone says something offensive to you and you don't reply in the same way they spoke. True strength is doing what is right, even when it's really hard and when no one is looking. True strength is when you fall, but you get up again, over and over and over again, and you persevere and you continue fighting because you know what you're fighting for is right and it's worth it. True strength is being kind to those who are not kind to you. True strength is being humble. True strength has nothing to do with how you dress, what you look like, whether you're a man or you're a woman or any of those things. It's about your character. And I have some examples from Hollywood that I think are good examples of strong women. I have mentioned this character earlier, and one of them is Black Widow. She is a great character. She could be a blueprint for lady characters who are great fighters, but are also feminine. But she's also extremely good at what she does. She's competent. And also Cinderella in the 2015 version. Cinderella was not a fighter. She was not physically impressive, but she was kind. She was kind to those who did not deserve kindness. She forgave those who severely mistreated her. That is a special kind of strength. Mulan in the 1998 animated version was a strong woman and was not skilled as a soldier, but she took her father's place in the army because she wanted to save his life. She wasn't very good at it at the beginning, but she persevered. She worked hard. Through blood, sweat, and tears, she accomplished her goal. Her goal was not to get the adoration of China at the end. And when she did get the adoration of China, she did not wave her femininity in their face by saying, "I am a woman and I accomplished all this," even though everybody said I couldn't because I'm a woman. That wasn't her point. She went straight home because what she really wanted and what she really cared about was her family. Belle, in the 1991 animated version, was a strong woman. When her father went missing, she hopped on Philippe and went into the scary castle and looked for him. After she saw who the beast truly was and what he looked like, she offered herself in exchange for her father. And it took a special kind of strength to try to abide by her promise as best she could. True strength is not about whether or not you're a man or a woman. True strength is character and persevering and working hard, even through all the failures, even through all the sweat and the tears. But you keep going and you keep trying because it's worth fighting for and it's the right thing to do. That is true strength, not any of this other nonsense. And for me personally, for the hero, it does not matter if you are a man or if you are a woman. I just want to know if I can relate to you on a human level. We don't have to look the same. We don't even have to want the same thing. We don't have to have the same personality. But I can empathize and relate to someone who just seems like a good human being who's just trying to do what is right, despite all the hardships and heartaches.